Hello everyone and welcome to this webinar. I'm Tom and today we will talk about the importance of digital marketing today, and I will also give you tips and tools that you can learn to use and put in place very easily in order to boost your digital marketing skills. First of all, let me introduce myself shortly. My name is Tom Crohan and I have been in charge of communications and marketing for the Belgian training center B-Code for 3 years. B-Code is a non-profit organization that offers free trainings to underprivileged individuals in the IT sector. Within 7 months, people are able to find a job in web development, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. As part of this mission, online marketing has always been very central to our communications activities, as our goal is to talk to people who have felt let down by the traditional learning system and who need to be surprised for a training center to raise interest in them. This webinar is organized as part of the Erasmus Plus funded Learning2gether project. Today's program will consist of a mix of more theoretical content but also very practical one. First, we will define what e-marketing is. We will see what marketing is and what e-marketing is. We will have a quick overview of the platforms that can be used for e-marketing, and we will learn to create a marketing plan. Then things will get more practical, and you will learn how to create an ad for your Facebook page and how to create an email marketing campaign using MailChimp. So what is e-marketing? E-marketing, also called digital marketing or online marketing, is a concept that emerged these past 20 years with the digital revolution. To be able to properly define e-marketing, it is essential to first set aside the digital aspect of it and first develop what marketing actually consists of. There are many ways to define the concept of marketing, and while definitions can focus on an aspect of marketing or another, a very generalist and simple approach to the definition of marketing would be all actions that can be set up to facilitate the match between supply and demand. Now that we have defined the term marketing, let's see how it actually works. To explain this in a very concrete way, we will use the concept of marketing mix, the 4 P's of marketing, the 4 pillars. There are many other models that can be used to explain the concept, and we chose this one because it is particularly relevant and accessible to people with little or no background in the area. The very first component of marketing is the product. A product can be a physical good like a piece of furniture or a food item, or an intangible service or experience like a meal in a restaurant or a concert. To market your goods or services, it is necessary to have them defined and to have a clear vision of what your product consists of. When your product is defined, the next step for you is to set the price of it. Several factors come into consideration in this step, including the production price of your product, margins you want to have, and the audience for which the product is created for. Once your product has been defined and its price determined, it is now time for you to promote it in order for your audience to become aware of its existence. To promote your product, many strategies can be used: social media marketing, traditional marketing, like on television or radio, public relations, email marketing, etc. It is absolutely necessary for you to carefully choose the promotion channel you will use depending on your audience. Your product has to be made available in the place where it will answer a need. While the internet is the place where a big portion of marketing takes place today, it is in many cases a channel through which you promote it. For example, ordering clothes on a retail website takes place online, but the product needs to be deliverable to your location. The 4 P's of marketing are the basic aspects that need to be considered at the very creation of any product or service. As we have just seen, Marketing can take place in the physical world, but also in the digital one. In fact, e-marketing is now on a scale that had never been seen in the past due to the number of people who are connected to the internet today. Based on the definition created in the first part of this chapter, digital marketing can easily be defined as all actions that can be set up in order to facilitate the match between supply and demand using digital tools such as computers, smartphones, tablets, smart TVs, and any other digital or connected tool. Due to the diversity of interfaces that can be used for e-marketing campaigns, the strategies and channels can also materially differ. Here is an overview of some of the possibilities that you have when marketing a product online. You can use the product website, the social media pages for your website, ads on other websites, ads on social networks, or ads on social engines. You can also do email marketing, organic referencing, or paid referencing. The possibilities are countless. Now that we have explained both concepts of marketing and digital marketing, let's see what differentiates them from one another. While both marketing strategies are relevant and massively used, e-marketing offers possibilities that traditional marketing cannot offer. E-marketing allows you to target your audience with more precision than traditional marketing. Let me give you an example. When promoting a piece of furniture, for example, a table, the traditional marketing methods would be to print ads in newspapers or to do some outdoor advertising or brochures. While these channels offer the advantage of allowing a massive number of people to see your product and to become aware of your services, the cost of such campaigns will also be massive, and you will not be able to make sure that the right potential customer will be at the right place at the right time to see your ad. This is called undifferentiated marketing. On the other hand, if your ad appears in search engines when people are browsing furniture stores' websites, and if you are able to send a reminder of the existence of your product to an internet user who visited your product's web page, the cost will be smaller and the potential of reaching the right customer much higher. E-marketing allows you to have a better view of the results of your campaign. For example, when you promote a perfume in a television ad, you will receive from the promotion platform the number of people who were in front of their television when the ad aired, but you will not know if they actually saw your ad or if they were receptive to it. On the contrary, if you are using e-marketing tools, you will be able to access data such as the number of people who saw the ad, the number of people who clicked on the ad, the time they spent on your website, etc. E-marketing also allows you to assess the effectiveness of your campaign very quickly, which means that your actions are reversible. Let me give you another example. If you are promoting a training, you can display an ad in a print newspaper. You will only be able to calculate the effectiveness of your campaigns after the campaign has ended. If you choose to market your training on social networks, you can use real-time tools that will help you find out if your ad is reaching the right audience or not, in which case you can better adapt the targeting settings that you opted for. Finally, e-marketing strategies allow you to reach your potential customers in non-invasive ways. For example, when promoting an insurance service on TV, the TV spots interrupts the program the viewer is watching, which can leave the viewer with a bad impression about the product. On the other hand, if your ad appears on the side of a web browser search, your audience will decide whether they agree to read your ad and click on it or not. Now, you may be wondering where digital marketing takes place. Let's have a quick glance at some of the countless marketing platforms that can allow you to create online campaigns. Please note that this list is not exhaustive. It will focus on the methods and tools that are most accessible to beginners in the field. First, let's talk about social media. Social media allow users to share ideas, content, pictures, videos, music, etc. with an interconnected online community. Communities vary depending on the type of social media and the type of intra-community a user decides to be part of. For a marketer, social media are an ideal place to launch campaigns because they can easily target the relevant audience for their products based on the choices of information made available by users. They are also an interesting platform for them to communicate about their products and services and create general awareness, share news about their products and activities, and obtain results and reports on their actions. Here are some of the social media commonly used in the European Union, sorted by the number of users. Facebook is a very general social network, just as Twitter and YouTube, even though YouTube is specialized in video content. Reddit is a social news aggregator. Instagram is a general platform focused on visual content, just as Flickr. Tumblr is general and focuses on blogging. LinkedIn is a strictly professional social network. MySpace is general, just as Last.fm, but this last one focuses on music. Email marketing can also be done via email to promote a product or service, but also to build a relationship with your customers. The use of email marketing implies the fact that the marketer needs a sending list, which can either be bought or specialized by which can easily be bought by to specialized services in the domain, or it can be built over time by asking your customers their email contacts. Email marketing can be compared to the traditional sending of paper ads, with the difference that the targeting can be more effective. When doing email marketing, it is essential to use the right tools and to target your audience in order not to create spams, which can be annoying for the audience and give a bad impression about the marketed product and the brand. Several platforms can be used to create email marketing content. The most famous are MailChimp, which we will use later in this webinar, Constant Contact, Sendinblue, GetResponse, ConvertKit, Drip, Aweber, Keep, MailerLite, ActiveCampaign, etc. I would advise you to have a look at the different services and compare them. Display retargeting, or also called remarketing, is the action of targeting an audience that has already visited the product's website. The approach is different from the one used in other marketing methods, since, in this case, the audience is already aware of the existence of the product and familiar with your brand. Several tools allow marketers to conduct display retargeting and remarketing campaigns, such as AdRoll, Retargeter, Criteo, etc. And then, as mentioned earlier, analytics are very important. Website analytic tools allow you to calculate and measure the several aspects of Internet's users' behavior on your website. It is possible to obtain precise information about the time spent on the website, the rate of bounces, the sources of traffic, the geographic area of the user, etc. The information collected by such tools can be extremely useful and powerful for a marketer in order to know their audience better as well as their behavior, and to create a website and campaigns that fit this behavior. Tools like Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, or Kissmetrics can be very helpful to a marketer. And then you've got Google AdWords or Google Ads. This is Google's online advertising program. Through Google Ads, it is possible to create online ads in order to reach people exactly when they are interested in the products and services that you offer. Google Ads is a product that can be used to promote a business, that can help sell products or services, raise awareness, and increase traffic to your website. Google Ads accounts are managed online, which allow users to create and change campaigns at any time. Once the 4 P's of marketing technique has been applied to your product, it is necessary to build a marketing plan. A marketing plan is an operational document that outlines an advertising strategy that an organization will implement to generate leads and reach its target market. A marketing plan details the outreach and PR campaigns to be undertaken over a period, including how the company will measure the effect of these initiatives. A marketing plan should include a definition of your objectives. The question to answer here is, why are you creating this marketing plan? It should also include a market research in order to have a better view of your market and make sure you can reach your objectives. It also needs a marketing strategy in order to define the ways you will reach your audience and sell your product or service. And finally, metrics that will allow you to measure the effectiveness of your campaigns. A very common way of defining objectives in the marketing world is the use of SMART objectives. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So you should ask yourself, what do you want to do? How you will know when you've reached it? Is it in your power to accomplish it? Can you realistically achieve it? And when exactly do you want to accomplish it? An effective market research should answer these questions. What is the size of the market? What are the trends on the market? How does the market grow? How will the product or service be distributed or made available? What profit can potentially be made from the commercialization of the product or service? And how is the demand for the product? To define a marketing strategy, it is necessary to reflect on the nature of the product or service you are marketing and the audience who will potentially be willing to acquire it or enjoy it. Based on the conclusions, several actions should be put in place in order to spread the word about the product you are marketing. In the creative process, it is important to imagine actions that can be set up in several channels or at least in several ways in order for you to be able to compare the results of each action and make choices accordingly. Also, a time frame for the testing phase should be defined and followed in order to successfully measure the effectiveness of your campaigns. And then measuring the effectiveness of a campaign, well, e-marketing allows you to easily measure the results of your actions with tools such as Google Analytics, which we just mentioned, and or reports from the marketing services used for the campaign. Now, I think that's enough theory for now. How about we get practical and see in a concrete way how you can run ads on your Facebook page? The obvious first stage in the process is for you to create a Facebook page for your product or your brand. This can easily be done following the Facebook guidelines. The next step is for you to go to your Facebook page. So here we will use the Learning2gether Facebook page for the example. Once you are here, you have an ad center, which is at the top of the page. Just click on the ad center, and here you will have an advertising summary. As you can see, we haven't run ads for this page, but let's create the first ad. So to do so, Obviously, you need to click on create ad. Once you click on that button, you will have an overview of the different possibilities and results that you can get by creating an ad, which will help you use the type of which will help you choose the type of ad you want to use. For example, you can get more website purchases. You can boost a post. You can boost an Instagram post. You can promote your page or get more website visitors. You can get more leads. For this webinar, we will choose this one, get more website visitors. As explained, this option allows you to reach likely customers and track your online sales and revenue. So if you want to have more website visits or website purchases, the obvious first step is to type in the link to your website, in this case www.learning2gether.org. The account on Pixel is the account that will be used to track people. Once this is done, you can hit next, and then you will get to target the people you want to visit your website. So when you click next, you can create a new audience, as you can see with the map that you've got. You can give a name to your audience. So let's opt for Learning Together website. And then you have all sorts of options that you can choose from. You can you can target a specific gender. Here we will target all. Let's say that this ad will be for needs youngsters, so young people who are not in employment, in training, or in higher education or employment. So let's choose people between the age of 18 and 25. Then you can pick the location. Obviously, we will not run this ad in the United States as this is a European project, so we can already cancel that one. And then we can add locations. So for example, I will add a location in Spain. You can, of course, target several places at the same time, so you are not limited to Spain in this example. Um, let's also uh, um, target people from the United Kingdom. And um, let's target people from Belgium. You are, of course, not limited to countries. You can also target specific areas. So let's see if we can target people from Sandanski. Yes, we can. So you can pick this one. And when you target a very specific place, you can choose a very specific region. So if you zoom in, you will see the region that you are targeting. So you can see here, Sandanski plus 40 kilometers. Let's say that we want a bit more. Uh, it's very easy. You can just add like this and make it a bigger region. And you can see very precisely the area of people who will be targeted by your ad. So it's very simple. Let's go for a bigger one. Yes. And then you can access detailed targeting, which is going to be very interesting. It's interesting because you can access suggestions of keywords that can be used. Here I searched some people with web development skills, but if you don't know what keywords you can use, you can browse them and access very specific information like demographics. You can choose, for example, to target people with a certain education level. So let's say that we want to target people that are at high school, um, and that have some university, maybe. Uh, you can target financial aspects of your potential customers, but also see life events, for example, date of birth, month of birth, and as you can see, it's an extremely powerful tool. You can also target people on their relationship status or work status. Another part that will be interesting for you is to target people based on their interests. It's one of the most important uh, aspects of the targeting that you can use, for example, hobbies. And let's say that we are looking for very artistic people, and we can put dance, um, we can put guitar, singing, for example. Um, and as you can see, there's a lot of different options to choose from. Um, and it's a very, very, very interesting tool. And I would really advise you to take some time to explore the different categories of targeting that you can use. It is also possible for you to exclude people. So, for example, if you have defined groups of people who will absolutely not be your potential customers, you can decide to exclude those so you don't waste resource and energy on ads that will appear for people who don't match. So, for example, let's say that you do not want to target people who are self employed. You can just do it. If you do not wish to target people who have a PhD, you can do it. If you don't want to target, I don't know, people who like Madonna, you can do it. As you can see, the possibilities are infinite. Once this is done, you can save your audience and access the next step. And this next step is the part where you get to express your creativity. So this tool is divided into two columns. You've got the left column, which is where you are going to edit and create your ad, and the left one and the right one, sorry, where you can see what the users will see, basically what your ad looks like, either on a desktop or on mobile. You can choose the type of ad that you want to display. You can choose a single image, um, which will which is the case right here. You can choose to go for a video ad basically. You can choose for a carousel, which will be a slideshow, sort of a slideshow of pictures that people can swipe, or an actual slideshow, which is a video made of 10 images that you've got on your page. For this example, we will go for a simple one and go for the single image. Here, this image is proposed based on the Facebook page that we've got, but you can also choose to add some pictures from your library or from stock images. So now you need to type your text. So you need to choose a cool headline or something that will speak to people. Let's not make things too complicated. Let's just say, hi there, looking for new skills. And this was actually a good example of something you don't want to do. As you can see, you can have a maximum 25 letters. So let's just take it to hi there, where you can type more text is in this part, the upper part, and that's where I'm going to put want to learn new skills. How about joining a free skills program? You can have 90 letters here, and believe me, you don't want to have such a long text because people will not read if there is too much text. It should be more visual um, than text. So you can choose the call to action, so the button on which people click if they are interested. Here it's shop now. It's not really the case for our training, but you have a lot of different possibilities. So you can apply now, book now, contact us, donate now, download, learn more, request time, see menu, sign up, watch more. So I would click on apply now. Facebook offers you some automatic placements, which is recommended as you can see, and which I personally also recommend, especially if you are new to this. It's basically a system of algorithms that will maximize the performance of your ad and will make it appear particularly at the time and place where it's interesting for you. So I would advise you to put this option on. And then we get to the last step, the budget. The budget it's yours to decide, of course. Um, if you are new to this and you want really to test different types of ads, I would not suggest you to spend too much money on your first ads, just so you can actually compare them without losing money. So you can basically see your budget per day, and it automatically gives you an idea of the people that you can reach. So if I put 35 euros, uh, you have a direct report that you will spend a total of 200 euros. This ad will run for 5 days, and you may reach 7,800 to 23,000 people per day. Um, it's interesting to keep a record of the information that you've got here. Of course, um, you can either run this ad continuously, which I would not suggest if you are new to this, or choose a concrete duration for your ad. So here we've got 4 days, but you can have it for 3 days, and really decide when it starts and when it ends. And then you're pretty much all set. You need to promote it. Yes. Oops. And that's the part where you are going to need to add your information, your payment information. See, I didn't lie. It's pretty simple to run an ad on Facebook. Now let's see another way you can promote your products using MailChimp. This time it's a very different type of platform, as we are talking about email marketing, as mentioned before in this webinar. MailChimp is basically a service that allows you to create email ads or newsletters and send them to the people who are interested in your services and products. It allows you to let people know about new products and to really create a relationship with your customers and potential customers. This platform is interesting because it offers a free option, and it's also very instinctive and easy to use, as you will see. So when you log into your MailChimp account, you've got the create option, create email ads, website, landing page, survey, social posts, sign up form, postcard. As you can see, there are many possibilities. You can automate, you can have a look at your audience, your brand, your reports, and your campaigns. And here we are going to be concerned with the campaigns. So if you want to create a campaign, well, quite obviously you need to click on Create Campaign. And here you can see the same options that we had a couple of seconds ago. Let's go for an email. Let's give it a name. Let's give Learning Together email. Let's not make things complicated and begin. And here it's basically the dashboard for your campaign, on which you have the from, the subject, and the content parts of your campaign. Two, well, basically it's the recipients, the people who will receive your email. So we haven't used this platform yet, but I can show you how to import contacts. It's very easily. You can either upload an Excel, CSV, TXT file in which you have the name, first name, email address, phone number, company name of all your contacts, or you can copy and paste them. I would advise you to go for this uploading a file, which is much easier than copy pasting, and which saves a lot of time. So when you have imported your contacts, you can decide who sends it. So basically it's the email address. You can choose the email address and the name that will appear on the screen when the person receives the email. Then what's the subject of your email? You can add a subject. So let's say Learning Together offer, which will be the very subject, and you can have a preview text as well. Let's stay in the same idea than with the Facebook example. Hi there. Want to acquire new skills? This is basically what the snippet that will appear in the inbox right after the subject line. And then once again, it's time to get creative. You can design your email. You can choose, you can either start from scratch or select a template. Please do mind that some templates need you to upgrade your account. If you want to stay with the free version, you can only use certain templates, but they can already offer a lot of possibilities. Let's opt for one column. And this is where you can actually create your whole email using logos, using text, and you can add several layers of content. So it's very easy. It's a drag and drop system. You just drag things. You can upload images. You can add a video. For example, I could add in this the video that I am shooting right now for you. There are so many things that you can do with this, and it really offers a massive amount of possibilities. Here, of course, since I didn't get rid of the placeholder, it is warning me that that my email is not ready to be sent. And then you can share your campaign, add a social post to your campaign, and then basically here it's great because the email is not ready to be sent and because there are no recipients, but all you need to do is click send and you will get to reach your audience. So that's pretty much it. There are many other tools that you can learn to use for free online. And if you're interested in digital marketing, well, you are lucky because there are a lot of resources for you to learn online, especially on YouTube with webinars just as this one. Um, Talking about webinars, if you enjoyed this webinar, I strongly advise you to have a look at the Learning Together YouTube channel, on which you will find other interesting webinars as part of the project that covered topics such as tools for designing websites or GDPR good practices, social networks. We have a lot in store for you. I wish you a great day or great evening, and I really hope you enjoyed this webinar with me. Bye bye.